With 25 million accounts that are business accounts on Instagram, you truly have a lot of opportunity to actually get in front of your ideal client. But the thing is, you're a solopreneur, you might not have enough cash to do some like advertisements, and you might not have all the time in the world to actually get the exposure that you're looking for. So today I'm going to teach you how you can actually get to getting more followers that are engaged and that are your ideal customers by actually engaging with their accounts and getting the optimum way for them to come back to you and follow you. What is up? My name is Rania and I'm here from Socialize, and I truly and wholeheartedly love social media. So this account talks about everything that has to do with social media, and I'm a social media marketing coach, and I've been in the social media industry since 2011. So I've been on Instagram for over a year now, and I haven't really been using Instagram the right way. So I've recently refocused and I'm now focusing on growing my Instagram account, and I thought that this video would be really helpful. But before we begin, go ahead and follow my Instagram account and subscribe to this channel, because every week we're posting new videos about social media and you can truly benefit from them. So the first thing you're going to need to look at is essentially, before you start engaging with other people's accounts, your account needs to be engageable. Is that even a word? Like, okay, you get the point. So the account needs to be engageable. So that means that your account needs to be optimized for someone to land on it and actually engage with you in your account. So that means that your bio needs to be set up the right way. You need to have the right call to actions. You need to have the right highlights. You need to have the right kind of content, and so on and so forth. So, but if you want to learn more about how you can actually specifically and in details set up your Instagram account, go ahead and go to the description box below. There is an Instagram guide that will walk you through step by step what you need to be doing for your IGTV, for your posts, for your bio, for your search engine optimization, for the visibility, for hashtags, for everything. So it's an entire Instagram guide. So go ahead and pick it up. It's in the description box and in the comment section below. But once you set up your profile to be engageable, okay, we're gonna make this a word if it's not, okay, you are going to be moving on to the next steps. The reason why I'm telling you to start off first with making your account engageable is because people are essentially going to want to check you out after I give you these tactics that you can actually implement. People are going to want to check you out, go to your profile and see what you're all about. And we essentially want them to follow us or engage with our content. But if you don't have your account set up the right way, you're not going to be able to get that result. So make sure you start off with that, then continue with me. I'm basically going to share with you what I'm currently doing for my Instagram engagement and how I'm going about it. So it's basically divided into two parts: my weekly engagement and my daily engagement. Let's start off first with my weekly engagement. So I usually do this on the desktop because this teeny tiny screen, honestly, like my eyes, I want to have them when I'm old, you know? But anyways, we're gonna do this. You can also do this on the computer. You just basically go to Instagram.com. So the first thing that I start off with my weekly engagement is I go into my most recent posts, and I go into my Instagram profile, and I go to my most recent posts, and I go into the comments section. So I start engaging with accounts that have taken the time to comment on my stuff. And this essentially is done for me weekly because I post every day and I'm on Instagram stories every day. So there is a lot of content that is out there, but depending on how much you post and how much you are, engaging on Instagram and so on, you might not need to do this every week. You might need to do it every, once every 2 weeks or whatever. So I go into my most recent post. So let's say I go into this post about hiring a social media manager is lazy, and I go into the comments and I have 7 comments on this section. So I have the first person, let's say brand girl magic. So I literally would spend some time reading what this person is about. So I know her name is Amber. So that means that when I'm going to comment on her stuff, I'm going to use the word Amber, right? So from what I see, she looks to be like a content creator or content marketer. Okay. And I can go into like one of her posts and just read it and try to figure out what I'm going to be posting. And usually this is where I get stuck, because if you're anything like me and you're the weird person at the social events where you just don't know how to open a conversation, that's literally me. I'm fine with continuing a conversation, but I'm the worst person at opening conversations. Like, it's the most awkward thing for me. So what I found to work for me is essentially I've created like kind of like a formula where I actually talk about what they're talking about, and then I tell them what I do, and I comment back on why I'm mentioning that I am who I am, because I don't want to be appearing that I'm selling. So you're gonna see exactly how I do this like in a second, okay? So she's saying that, so Amber is saying, on this day 3 years ago, I quit my job in the Major League Baseball. Okay, so she used to do baseball. Just give me a second, let me read this. All right, so the story of this post is that she used to be in the major baseball league, and she got a chronic illness, and then she had to quit, and then God had different plans for her, and she wants to use this post as a reminder for us, for the people reading it, that things happen for a reason and so on. Now, because this is a heartfelt post, I'm going to need to put some emotion back into the comment, right? Now I'm going to go into the comments. All right, so what I basically said is, hey Amber, thank you for sharing. Life truly does throw curveballs at you. In the moment, you don't get why, but with time, you discover it. I thought I wanted to be in corporate all my life, but my curveball led me to being a social media marketing coach. Now, I love what I do, and I am thankful for the curveball. Thanks for the reminder. And I post that. I'm going to go back into her post and like the post if I haven't liked it already. I usually start off with that. And then I'm going to go into her account and like 3 more other posts that are fairly separated, so it doesn't look like you're just going in and just liking random posts. You need to actually read what the person is saying, and if you find a post that you feel like you want to actually comment on again, you can do that as well. But the thing is here, I want you to actually read the post, because if the person is saying something that you don't agree with, that are against your brand values, and you like it, someone can call you on that, right? So you need to make sure that what you're liking is essentially what you and your business agree to, right? So you have to actually read it. All right, so now I liked a couple of her posts, I commented. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into her stories and just see if I can actually comment on one of her stories. Now she only has 1 story up. Okay, I have nothing to comment on that, so I'll just watch the story and leave. So now you're probably like, okay, Rania, that's really good, but I don't have any comments on my posts. First off, download the Instagram guide to learn how to actually write your captions, because you should be getting comments on your posts. That's 1. 2, if you don't have comments, do the same thing with the likes. But the reason why I don't usually do this with the likes is because I want a heavier kind of engagement. I don't want people just to come in and like my post and leave. I want them to actually comment, okay? Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into one of the hashtags that I usually use, and we're going to go in and engage with those hashtags. So let's say I want to engage with Solopreneur life, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the most recent posts, not the top posts, and I'm going to go into the post, and then I'm going to go into the account and comment on the most recent post, because sometimes when you go into hashtags, the things that you see in the in the explore page is not essentially the most recent post, and it's going to look weird if you're commenting on something that's like 7 days ago. Essentially here, what I'm looking for are my ideal customers. So I know that I don't service product-based businesses. So the first post is basically, I think they're selling shoes. Anyways, they're not even talking in the language that I use in my account, so I don't need to comment on that. So I can go into other accounts and then just try to find an account that really resonates with who I'm trying to attract. So this person is a graphic designer. So I service service-based and knowledge-based entrepreneurs that are solopreneurs. That's my niche. That's the specific person that I am targeting right now. So the graphic designer falls into that, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I can learn about her in the feed. So again, I look for her name. Her name is Lauren, and if you don't find her name in the headline, you might find it in one of her about me highlights, like this part right here, or in one of her posts essentially. If you don't, then just comment without using her name. And then again, you go into the post and you read what she has written and you try to come up with a comment. And then once you comment, so you do this for a couple of posts. Now you're probably now wondering, okay, so I'm gonna comment on the hashtags, I'm gonna comment on the people that have commented on my stuff. There's still one more thing that we need to be commenting on, but like, let's say I'm gonna be commenting on these two or three different ways, but like, how many comments do I do? How many accounts do I do? Like, do I do 50? Do I do 10? Essentially, me, as a social media marketing coach, as someone who has really different energies on each day, I don't set a specific number of commenting for a specific number of people. The reason why is, one day you might be optimized in finding the best kind of accounts to engage with. Other days you might find really bad accounts and you just are not finding the accounts that really are resonating with you and you just don't feel like it. And other days, you're going to also have days where you're like, I just don't feel like engaging today. Because I want you to be doing this consistently, I don't tell you to engage in for 10 accounts. So I would put down a time frame for 1 hour to do this. Sometimes I don't even do an hour altogether because I have other things in my life. My kids are with me at home right now. We're doing homeschooling. We're doing a lot of different things, right? So I don't essentially have 1 hour back to back. So what I do is I put a 10-minute timer and I do the engagement and then I hop off and I do something else. And then I do another 10 minutes and I hop off and I do something else. And that's even better for the algorithm if you could do that as well. But essentially the reason why I'm telling you it's only 1 hour is, one, you don't want to be spammy. You don't want to be showing up for Instagram as if you are a bot, right? And at the same time, you have other things to do. You're a solopreneur. You're the only person in your business. And if you have a VA, like you and the VA, you are literally the only person that can actually make money in your business. And because we're not influencers, we're not, trying to, just get a whole bunch of followers just for the sake of getting followers. We need to actually be doing something else with our business as well, right? So we have email marketing, we have setting up the website, we have doing the actual service or building out like a course or a product or a PDF. There's so many other things that we need to be doing other than just engaging on Instagram. So I think 1 hour is more than enough for you to be engaging on Instagram. We do this for a couple of hashtags, or you can decide to do 3 hashtags a day. So after you do the hashtags, what you need to also do is go into competitor accounts. And they're not really competitor accounts, they're complementary accounts. So the reason why I don't engage in another, the competitors' accounts. So I'm a social media marketing coach. I would not engage with a social media marketing coach's content. The reason why I don't do that is because I'm teaching the Instagram algorithm that I'm going to engage with these people. These people are my people. So bring more people like them to me. And if I'm engaging with social media marketing coaches and I'm a social media marketing coach, then I'm going to be attracting more social media marketing coaches to my account, which means I'm going to be attracting the actual competitors. So that is not essentially what we're looking for, because we are trying to grow an engaged audience that can actually buy from us, right? So what I would do is I would find complementary accounts. So for example, for me, social media marketing coach, this is my account. The complementary accounts are the mindset accounts, the accounts that teach you how to create a course, the accounts that teach you how to create lead magnets, the accounts that teach you how to do email marketing, right? These are the accounts that are complementary to my account. So yes, I, as a social media marketing coach, can teach you email marketing, can teach you how to do a course, can teach you how to make a website, can teach you all these different things, but you hire me for me to get you visibility on Instagram, for you to get visibility on Facebook, for you to get visibility on YouTube, right? On the social media platforms in general. So when I engage with those accounts, I'm going to be essentially engaging with, for example, the mindset accounts, and I'm going to be engaging with the people that are commenting on the mindset accounts posts. So let me show you how I do this. So essentially I'm going to go into, I'm going to go into mindset, and this is Melissa Griffin. If you know her, you know her. She's awesome. So when I go into her account, I know she deals with business and I know she deals with mindset. And essentially the reason why this works is because if someone wants to hire a coach, clearly they might not have the money to invest in Melissa. They might have the money to invest in my coaching program, but not really in Melissa's coaching program, because my coaching program would be like X number and her coaching program might be like $10,000 or $5,000, right? So like essentially you might not have the money. So let's go back into the and how we're going to be engaging. So the 1 year anti-racism action plan. All right, so we see what she's going to be doing. That's great. We read what she's talking about. Okay, so she's talking about how we have a lot of work and so on. And I just want to make sure that I agree with what she's saying about this topic, because this is a sensitive topic and essentially my business is going to appear there, right? So I have to double check that what she's saying is something that I agree with as a business owner. So especially when you are engaging, guys, pay attention to the comments, pay attention to the captions, pay attention to what you're going to be saying. And then I would go into Melissa's account and I would comment on this account. And of course, when we're writing the person's name, we need to actually spell it the way that they spell it, right? So she uses a Y instead of an I. Does she use a double S? Okay. Okay, and I post, and that is the first part of engaging in a complimentary competitor account. Okay, and then I will go into the different accounts that I see here. So essentially, see this comment here. That comment is that for me does not give me value. So good. What do I say to that, right? So this is an example of what you should not be doing, right? So when you're commenting, okay, so good. What's so good about it? Be more specific. Get into the details of why you are commenting, because so good. Melissa replied to her and gave her hearts, but like it brings no value. Put in the details. The details is where it's at for you to build the relationships with them. Okay, executive coach. This person definitely is my ideal customer. She helps women. She is a coach and she is posting and she has less than 10K followers, which is exactly what I am looking for. So I would go back into the post, like the comment. Okay, I would go back into her account and then post or comment on her account. Okay, so essentially that is what you're going to be going through. So let's just summarize what we just talked about. So one, the first thing that you do for the weekly engagement is one, you actually go into your profile and you comment and you engage with people that have commented and engaged with your account. So if they follow you or if they don't follow you, you go in, you comment, you like a couple of their posts, you watch their stories, and if you have something to reply to, you open up a conversation with direct messages. Now, the second thing, where we are looking at the daily Instagram engagement. We put a 1 hour time frame and we say, one, we go into the hashtags that we are using, a couple of the hashtags, we go into the most recent page, and then we go into the person's account and we engage there. Why? Commenting, liking a couple of posts, viewing their story, and sending a direct message if it's relevant. And the direct message would be from the story. The second thing you do for the daily engagement is you go into accounts that are complementary accounts that match your brand. You go into them, you make sure that their audience matches the audience that you're looking to attract, and you engage in their account, you comment on their account, and then you go into the accounts of the people commenting and you engage in their accounts while you have also clicked like for the comment that they've commented on the essential account. It's going to seem like a lot, but trust me, if you do these engagement steps with me while you're watching the video, it's going to be a little bit more clear for you and you're going to know exactly how you can actually implement it in your business. So if you like this video and you feel like someone or one of your friends might actually benefit from this, make sure you send them the video, guys. This is super important. I'm making this video and I'm making all the videos on my channel so that you can benefit from them and so that other people can also benefit from them. So make sure you share it out with your friends, like the video, and comment below on what is your biggest takeaway from this video. I'll see you in next And don't forget, go ahead and pick up the Instagram guide from the section below, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye guys.